popping up.
30th Street shelter.
Okay.
Oh, 30th.
Well, that one closed.
Well, half of it.
So what we're here about? We're here about community safety and the influx of these unsafe shelters going up in communities with children, churches, liquor stores, cannabis stores, right? Communities that we have worked our whole life to live here for, right? People work really hard to be able to live in this part of town. They did all the right things, and right now we are being put in compromise. So what is the solution? I'm running for state senate in New York. I'm running for this district, District 28, which spans from 14th Street to 96th Street. It's all of the east side. I'm running against Liz Kruger, who has had this seat for 25 years. Liz Kruger supports all these shelters. She thinks they are a good idea. Liz Kruger supported and endorsed Mayor Mandami. She was the very first Democrat that said he's got good ideas, everybody should vote for him. He is actually the reason these shelters are now opening, because they were in queue. Mayor Adams knew better. He knew that they were not the right fit for certain neighborhoods, and he kind of left them cold. Mayor Mandami got into the power, and the first thing he did is like, oh, green light, green light, green light, and here we are. So how do we stop this? I went to the community board meeting, and the community board is obviously has an unorthodox decision with our politicians. They claim that they are working for free for the good, from the goodness of their heart, but there is definitely some dirty money floating around. And there is a lot of dirty money that's floating around because DHS just upped their budget to $5 billion to solve homelessness, except they're not actually solving it. They're selling beds. They're not doing background checks. They are just doing an intake. And this is a question that I asked. They said, well, if you're not asking for a driver license or for an ID, how can you vouch that this person doesn't have a criminal record, that they're not a sex offender, that 78% of them have jobs? This is what they said. Oh, because they tick the box. You know, how do you know who you're putting in next to the other person that's sleeping in arm's reach next to them, and who you're letting out to roam our streets till 11 p.m. because that is curfew? They have like 120 cameras on the inside, and they have like 50 security guards on the inside, but they have nothing for the people on the outside. And the 19th Police Precinct, it is not equipped to handle that kind of volume. So what I did is I teamed up with neighbors, and they started a nonprofit to try to stop the 61st Street shelter. But that was not successful because we got a temporary injunction, and then it was removed because Dept of Homeless Services said that they notified the community board in July, and the residents of the community had sufficient notice to file an injunction within a certain time period, and they didn't, so their rights now expired. So clearly the community board is in bed with all these politicians, with Dept of Homeless Services. I am not a politician. I am your neighbor. I live here. I've lived here for 20 years. I have 2 children. I am just like you. The difference between me and the politicians we have right now is they don't care, and I do. So although I'm running as a Republican, I'm a pragmatic Republican. I am not MAGA. I am not endorsed and paid for by anybody. And I'm also running as an independent on my own line called Block Mandami, because people that live in this district did not want him to be our mayor. The only person that wanted him to be our mayor is Liz Kruger, my opponent. And this is the problem that we're dealing with. So we can go and get all the signatures till we're blue in the face. That's not going to change anything. What's going to change is putting me in Albany. That's what's going to change. It starts at a legislative level, and it starts by creating change and momentum from Albany, not being here. Right now we are all powerless, so we have to make one person have the power to be the voice and speak for all of us, and I want that to be me, for you, for all of us, for our children, for our community. So thank you very much for coming, and I want to introduce to you Sarita.